kitchen. I'm Erin Brindley. I am the chef and co-founder of Nordo in Seattle. We bring you immersive dining theatrical experiences that integrate live music and innovative cuisine normally. But right now we're delivering wine, so you should check that out. Meanwhile, though, we are here. I'm showing you some basic cooking, some sneak peeks at our show Curiouser and Curiouser for when that opens, and today I'm going to do something even weirder. I've had some requests. So like the best DJs, I am taking requests. And today we're going to learn one of my most popular dishes, which is looks like breakfast, tastes like dinner, the egg on toast from Lost Falls. Before we get to that, I want to thank some people who are making sure that Nordo will be back open to give you these weird, immersive, theatrical culinary experiences once all this is lifted. It's going to be a tough road ahead. Once we do open, we anticipate probably having smaller crowds. So we're going to be looking to our community for a while to make sure that we are up and running and still part of the thriving Seattle art scene once all this is over. So in the meantime, I want to thank some folks who've donated to CafeNordo.com. That is Reed Havens. Thank you so much. Lillian Lahiri in honor of Terry Moore. Thank you. My teacher from college, Karen Kohlhaas. Thank you so much. You're my mentor. I really, really love you. Liam Blodgett in honor of the 1448 Food Theater Thunderdome, which if you don't know what that is, check it out. It's rad. Greta Harley, Seattle musical treasure. Jeff and Kat Shemp, who've been huge supporters of ours, and a special thank you to Ilza Jones and the Globe Partners. They are our landlords and they are being so cool with us. So thanks for that. Now let's get to the fun. So this is going to be a two-parter. Basics, I'm going to give you a ricotta. You can make ricotta at home so easily, you'll be shocked. Today, first though, we're going to do the egg yolk. So the egg yolk is literally yellow tomatoes. I use these little sunburst guys. Yellow peppers, salt. I'm going to add saffron salt to add a little flavor punch to it, and a little white pepper. And then the things you'll have to order from Amazon, which are sodium alginate. So this is a seaweed derivative, and it works as a thickener. And calcium chloride. So this is a combination of sodium and calcium, and it hardens things and melts your driveway as well, but don't use that stuff. It's food grade. So all we have to do here is blend this stuff up, do a ratio of sodium alginate, and then we'll get it to thicken, and then let it sit for a minute to get all the bubbles out. And then we're going to create a little water bath, calcium chloride. We'll get to that. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to grab some of these yellow peppers and some of these yellow tomatoes. And I don't have my fancy blender here. I'm using the NutriBullet, which you can too. So peppers, tomatoes, a little scoop of salt for some taste. Look at this tiny scooper. And a little pinch of pepper. Boop. I'm gonna do a little bit more than that. And then we're just gonna blend her up. I want to thank Corinne Megan, who is doing all of the editing of these, so hopefully you didn't have to hear that super loud noise. So I'm going to strain this to get all the seeds and pulpy stuff out of there. And honestly, these peppers are not the ripest things in the world, so they don't quite have the dark orangey beautiful color, but it's going to do just fine. So I'm just straining out all this stuff. So the next step is to measure how much I've got here and then do a percentage of this. So the best way to do this kind of cooking, this molecular gastronomy, modernist cuisine stuff, is with a scale. There's just little teeny tiny proportions. So if I'm just doing this much and I need 1% sodium alginate, the easiest way is for me just to measure out what I have and then add 1% of that. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pop this on here. This is not fussy because we're going to go through the strainer again. So there might be a little pulp in there. It's okay. We'll get it out. All right. So I'm going to go to grams, and I'm just going to see how much I've got here. Boop, 100. And then I'm going to do just 1 gram of this stuff. That's my 1%. So I just zero that out, and then that's all. Just a little bit. We're just doing a little batch of this anyway. I'm here by myself. I don't need a lot of egg yolks. I'm just gonna give that a little stir actually before it gets so it doesn't all end up in the blade. Wouldn't have to do that with my Vitamix at, yeah, my Vitamix at work, but plug your ears again. I almost forgot the most important part, which is you should taste it and make sure it's delicious. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that saffron in there. Cool, so what we want it to be is about the texture of a runny egg yolk. That's pretty good. And it'll thicken up a little bit more as it sits too. So I'm just gonna pour this into this squeeze bottle where it's gonna hang out. I basically want it to sit for a while so that the bubbles get out of it, because when it's bubbly, it causes problems in the next step. Speaking of, we'll let it sit. We're gonna go to the next step, and I'll see you there. Hi, okay, so we're back. This has had a little bit to sit. While this has been sitting and the bubbles have been kind of working their way out, I actually recommend overnighting it, but I just did it while I was making ricotta, and it should be fine. But it works a little bit easier when there aren't so many bubbles in it. The ricotta, which is the easiest thing you've ever made in your life, that's gonna be video 2. I made it while we were waiting for this to stop bubbling, and it's wizardry, honestly. But meanwhile, back to spherification, which is what this technique is called. I forgot to mention. Spherification is what they call it. I did not invent it. I did, however, figure this egg yolk out, and I had some tricks to it. So the first thing I did was I made a calcium chloride bath. So this is 400 grams of water and 2 grams of the calcium chloride. Just measured out the water, add the 2 grams, so it's 0.5% that you want to make your solution. And then I just stirred it up and dissolved this calcium chloride in there. It dissolves super easily. I think that in my modernist cuisine book, it said you had to blend it. Just stir it, it works fine. And then as I was trying to figure out how to make an egg yolk shaped thing, I tried so many different things, spooning it in, squeezing it, whatever. And then I discovered a tablespoon is a perfect egg yolk. And my other little trick is if I dunk the spoon in the solution, then my egg yolk mixture does not stick to the spoon. Because what happens when the calcium chloride meets the sodium alginate is it's gonna make a membrane. And what we wanna do is we wanna leave it in there so that membrane gets made and hardens around, but the inside stays soft and gooey like an egg yolk. So I'm just gonna dip that in there. And then what I will do is fill that tablespoon and then just slide it in, and it should slide right off. Yeah, and I'm gonna do another one while I'm at it. The thing I don't have right now, because you guys are in my phone, is a timer. But ordinarily I would time this for about 30 seconds. So, oh, Ethel's here to join us now. So I've got 2 egg yolks, 30 seconds. Just gonna kind of eyeball it. And Corinne's gonna edit this part out. All right, so it's been in a bath for 30 seconds. I've given it a little flipperoo. And now I'm gonna go into the rinse bath, another rinse bath. Do you see how perfectly egg yolk that is? And then this is where I'll hold it. And there you go, you got your egg yolks. I'm gonna put them all together for you in just a second as soon as I've gone through the rest of these. Just gonna make a few more. Okay, so we are at the egg on toast finale. We've got our ricotta that's been sitting in the cheesecloth for a while. We've got our little egg yolks that are all made. I'm gonna just go ahead and take this out of there. You will see our delicious, amazing homemade ricotta cheese. Look at that. And then this is just toast. This is just whole wheat toast. And I'm gonna make my egg white. Put a little divot in there. And I'm gonna super gingerly grab a yolk so that I don't break it, just like a regular yolk. They're pretty delicate. Oh man. There he goes. This is what happens when you don't use a timer. And there it is. Egg on toast. And then if I cut into it, just like a real egg, it just goes smush. Only it tastes like saffron and peppers and tomatoes. It's the ricotta, you guys. It's so good. So, my special request, egg on toast. You can do this at home. Enjoy. See you on the other side. Not right, Ethel. I can do it. You made it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Nordo. We are a nonprofit arts organization based in Seattle, Washington, dedicated to bringing you an intimate theatrical experience that weaves in imaginative cuisine and live original music. If you're watching during the COVID-19 crisis and you want to make sure our doors are open when all this is over so you can come and experience one of our incredible events, please consider donating. You can find more information and a link to donate at cafenordo.com. Stay in, stay well, and stay inspired. Thank you.